We'll go ahead and get started. Thank you guys. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Marianne, for jumping on with us this morning. My name is Wendy Egan, and I met Maria through my friend Sharon. And we met sort of through this 30-day Arbonne 30-day program because Sharon had asked. In fact, you know what? This is just sort of like impromptu since both Maria and I have been through the program, but Maria, I want Maria to start. So
okay, sure.
Share a little bit about how you got involved with Arbonne and then a little bit about your experience with the Arbonne 30.
Absolutely. So Carmen and Marianne have known me for 12 years and they know, and we've all three of us have experienced yo-yo up and down with weight and that type of stuff. I can lose it, I gain it, I lose it. So back in July, I went to see Sharon in New York, and she started telling me about this Arbonne program that she was on, and she's lost like 25 pounds, and, oh, you should try everything. So I tried a little bit while I was there. And then in August, she called me and asked if I wanted to do it for a month. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it because she's my friend. And I'm like, let me just do it, and I'll just try it. Because at this point, in August, I was 215 pounds, my all-time high, higher than I was when I was even pregnant. And I thought, I'm just never going to lose this. I'm going through menopause, the heat, the flashing, all that stuff. Carmen, you're a young girl, so you won't have those things yet. But anyway, I did it, and I don't, a miracle, the grace of God. I went off coffee. I was drinking like 5 cups of coffee a day. And I started the detox, and it was amazing. I think I did at least 2 months worth of it. And the first 2 weeks, I didn't lose any weight. I could feel like my pants, like by the end of the second week, getting a little looser, but like nothing was moving on the scale. And then it slowly started to move on the scale. But I felt so much better because, you do have to take like the dairy out, except eggs, and gluten out. And I had no idea how those things were bothering my body until I had never done this before ever. So that's where I'm at. And then just because I was going to start buying the product all the time, because I'm like, I have to live like this now, like having the shakes, and I decided to sign up to be a consultant because then you get even more of a discount off. So that's where we're at. And now I want to share it with everybody because it really does work. I'm 35 pounds down, and I would like to lose another 20. So I'm on it now this time, and we'll see what happens. That's my story. And now Lane, after watching me from August, he kept asking me questions every few days about it. And then finally, like the other day, he said, can I do the program with you? I'm like, yes, you can. I'm going to have to fight him with like his diet soda and stuff. And, but hey, I'm so excited that he wants to do it.
Me too. And Maria, that my husband was a 2 Diet Coke a day person for the last, maybe you didn't know that. My husband,
yeah, you told me.
A bag of Goldfish and 2 Diet Cokes were his breakfast for probably 15 years. And now all he drinks are the Fizz Sticks. And I am so thankful that he is off that diet soda with the artificial sweetener. I'm just so glad that he's off of that, if nothing else. Marianne and Carmen, it would be so different if we were just sitting in Maria's living room, because that's the part of this business that I love, is just sitting and talking and meeting new women and making new friends. Like, I would never know Maria if it hadn't been for Arbonne. So this business just blesses my life with new people, strong women, positive women. Maria better than I do, and I just adore her. I do want to, Marianne, how do you know Maria?
We met at church.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Yes, Carmen.
And Carmen. Oh, okay. And then, so Marianne, you're in North Carolina?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Is that Carmen?
Oh, yeah. You
Hi,
can't hear me.
Carmen.
Hi, Carmen. We can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to put myself back on mute, and then when you talk to me, I'll talk back.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Marianne, what do you do there in North Carolina?
I am a preschool director of our church's daycare.
Oh my goodness, you are busy.
Yes.
I have four children, so we've had, four went through preschool, and preschool is probably the best years, the best years, and a good preschool director makes or breaks the school for sure. I think it's like any principal will do that for a school as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing what you do.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Excellent.
And what does Carmen do? Carmen, what do you do?
I work from home for my husband for his landscape business, but mostly I'm like the wife and mom. Whoopsie, you don't want to be on speakerphone. I mean
Carmen, how many kids do you have?
We have 3 bios and 1 foster.
Wow. And how old are they?
18, 14, 11, and 1 is celebrating his 4th birthday on Thursday.
Oh my goodness. Everybody is busy. Carmen, before you go back on mute, how are you feeling? You've made it through almost the entire first week. How are things going?
Well, I've gotten some of my energy back. Like I couldn't do anything for about 3 days because I was just tired. I didn't really have headaches because of the fizz sticks, which was nice. And then yesterday I didn't have, like you were right about the day 3 and 4. I didn't have the cravings yesterday that I've had all week.
Yeah. Well, great. So you're starting to get your energy back. The cravings are going away.
Yeah.
All good things. Are you liking your shakes and all the menu, the recipes?
So I have just started changing them up a little bit, like adding things to them. But yeah, I really like the flavor, and I think they really are filling.
Yeah.
I felt satisfied by them.
Good. Well, and there's a lot of experimenting to do with finding the right recipe and, finding what works for you. So thanks for getting on. I'm so glad that you're here listening in, and that I actually get to, so I hope I get to see you at some point so I can put a face with your name and your voice and all of that. And you can show me the crazy house. The only reason it's not really crazy right now, although you might hear the dog bark at some point, is that we have 4 children as well. Our girls are 13. We have twin girls, and then an 11-year-old boy and a 9-year-old boy. My husband took 3 of the kids up to Breckenridge. We go skiing every weekend, but one of my 13-year-olds broke her leg last week. So I know. So Kimmy and I are at home, and Kimmy is still sleeping upstairs, and so it's kind of quiet in the house, which is really nice. But I know that you guys don't have a lot of time this morning. I can really just sit and talk to you guys and get to know you all day, but I know that you're on just to really hear about the program a little bit more. I know Carmen is actually going through it, but sometimes it's nice to get a little bit of background. So I just want to share really quickly, well, as quickly as I can, my background with Arbonne and with the program, a little background on the company, because not everybody knows about Arbonne or what we stand for or our ingredients policy. And I just feel like knowledge is power. So I really want to give you that information and then dive right into our nutrition program. I was introduced to Arbonne probably 10 years ago, but I was introduced through the skincare program. And at the time, I had left my full-time school counseling position. I was a teacher and a school counselor, but I had left. I can't believe I was able to leave because my husband is a social worker, but I was able to stay home with our 4 babies. At the time, the girls were 5 and the boys were 3 and 1, but I was also working for an online university. So my life was crazy. It was really busy. We were barely making ends meet. And so I was introduced to Arbonne, and I really had no interest in it. I feel really badly. I went to my friend's house, and she talked about these amazing skincare products, which I would have loved to have started using. But at the time, We were just looking to put food on the table and have some, not dip into savings every month. So I walked away empty-handed, although I had heard about Arbonne now. So then about a year later, I was talking to my neighbor about my son's eczema, and she said, would you try a lotion for a couple of days if I just gave it to you? And I said, well, I'll try anything, especially if you're giving it to me. And it was an Arbonne lotion. I sort of rolled my eyes because I thought, oh, I'm going to have to buy something now. But after 4 days, my son's eczema was gone. And nothing except for steroid creams was working on his eczema. And so at least I knew I was going to be purchasing one lotion. Over the course of the next year, this friend kept kind of planting seeds in my head, and she kept asking me questions like, Wendy, if you keep doing what you're doing, what is your life going to look like in 5 years? And what about 10 years? And what if something happens to Mike, who's making all the money right now? What happens? Do you have a plan B? And why don't you just take a look at this business opportunity? And I said, oh, that's really sweet of you. I will never do something like this. I plan to go back to full-time school counseling when Charlie goes to first grade. I was very proud of my master's degree, and I just never really, I wanted more. I didn't want to go back to work full-time, but I didn't want Arbonne to be my vehicle for the life I wanted to live, because I never saw myself doing something like this. But I did want more, and I think my priorities just changed. My priorities changed when I wanted to be home with my kids. And not everybody has that priority, but I also needed a plan B, and we needed to stop dipping into our savings account. So I tentatively jumped in as an Arbonne consultant. I had a big party, and then I did nothing for 8 months. Okay, you guys, this is why I was so skeptical that something like this wouldn't work for somebody like me. But then I started telling people about the products, and we started sharing the nutrition, and oh my gosh, I found out that everybody is looking for a way to either feel better or look better, and I can help them with both. What I love about our company, and there is no company like Arbonne, is that we've been around for almost 40 years. We have deep, deep roots. We have European roots. We're not only in the US, but we're in Canada, we're in the UK, we're in Poland, New Zealand, Australia, and we are on the verge of this massive global expansion. So I can build my business from my telephone and my computer around the globe. Arbonne has Swiss heritage, and this is a key point. So when people ask me, Wendy, what makes Arbonne products different? Why are your protein shakes and why are your fizz sticks and why is your skin different than anybody else? I can say because of our ingredients policy. All of our products have to meet pure, safe, and beneficial standards. We have to meet European standards. So, for instance, in the United States, there are about 11 ingredients that are banned from personal care products. And you know about the FDA. Really, nobody is looking out for us. In Europe, there are over 1,200 ingredients that are banned from personal care products, and Arbonne bans over 2,000 ingredients. Even if they're just sort of like, we're not really sure if these are going to impact people's health, they don't even go near it, where the US will use us as their trial or their guinea pigs. All of our nutrition products, actually all of our products, are vegan certified, non-GMO, gluten-free certified, banned substance group certified, kosher certified. We have more certifications than any other country. We are the #1 global brand for healthy living inside and out, because we know that what we put on our body is just as important as what we put in our body. So that's just in a nutshell the background of the company. I want you to know that the products that you're already using, Carmen, and if you choose to try any of these things, Marianne, that they're feeding your skin, they're feeding your body, and you can trust what you're putting in your body and what you're giving to your kids, which is what I love the most. So this Arbonne 30 program was developed by nutritionists, by consultants who are nutritionists, doctors, scientists. We have scientific research behind all of our products, all of the programming, and we just realized, I think the nutrition was really introduced when I started my business. And it's just been probably in the last 3 or 4 years that the Arbonne 30 program has created this massive ripple effect for thousands of people who are getting healthy. And it's not just, regular people like me and Maria and who are just looking to lose a couple of extra pounds and to feel better. It is impacting people with diabetes and heart disease and celiac and you name it, high blood pressure. It goes on and on and on. Our bodies are our engine, and our American diets really clog up this engine. So what this program is really doing is cleaning out your system, rebooting it. Like Maria was saying, she had given up. Like, I'm in menopause. This weight is never going to come off because that's what we're told as women. Oh, you're in menopause. It's going to be really hard now. But it is not true. It is that our bodies are so filled with toxins that we need to hold on to the fat cells. And so this program will educate you on how your body works and how to clean it out and how to feel your best. So here is where I'm going to start looking down at my notes so that I can get through all of this without dragging on your morning. Maria and Carmen, please feel free to chime in if you think of anything that I forget or something that you really want to add. But I want to start with just a couple of ideas for you to think about. What we eat, what we're eating every day reflects 80% of what you see. So 10% of the way our bodies look, 10% depends on exercise, and 10% is genetics. Think about that. 80% of what we're looking at, how we're feeling, is what we're eating. As Americans, we tend to overconsume, but we are undernourished. Okay, what does that mean? It just means that the foods that we normally eat don't do anything for our bodies. We're just overeating. And oftentimes the thing that we crave the most is the thing that is holding us back or sending us down I usually say it's probably the thing that's killing us. So when I say how thankful I am that my husband is off of Diet Coke, I really mean it. That was the thing he craved the most. For me, it's sugar. And sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And I'm not saying that to, just go, ooh, whatever. I mean, there's research behind that. Mice will go after sugar water before they will go after cocaine. So sugar is my nemesis. I think Swedish fish are protein. And so that's why every, a couple times a year, I have to go through this program to get myself over that sugar thing. And I think, Maria, that's why Friday nights are so hard for me, because I'm tired. I feel like, it's sort of our letdown, and right. we just kind of give up our strength. And last night I looked at my daughter, and I treated us to Chipotle last night because that's detox friendly. And then I was like, oh, Kimmy, I just need something sweet. I need something sweet. She's like, Mom, you don't need it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. I don't. So it was my daughter that helped me through my sugar rush. So why do we detox? I don't know. There could be a million things that maybe you're experiencing, whether it's acid reflux, acne, allergies, headaches, low energy, oh my gosh, bloating, diabetes. There are a million reasons to detox because our bodies are in this toxic overload. Let me explain what a toxin is. It's anything that can't be used for energy. Our bodies are in this toxic overload because we have all these things in our body that can't be used as energy. And when we go into this toxic overload, our body goes into a protective mode by storing fat cells, because that's where the toxins are stored. We create fat cells so that the toxins can be absorbed into them and keep them away from our major organs. So that helps our body just keep going, but we just keep collecting more fat cells to collect all the toxins. Think of it as like a bathtub, okay? Our body is a bathtub, and you know how small the drain is. and we're pouring, the faucets are on full force in a normal diet, and it's filling up, and the tub just can't drain. And what happens is that the water fills up, or the toxins fill up, and things spill out over the side. And that's when we start having symptoms, or we need medication, or we get a muffin top, whatever you want to call it. But our body is like that bathtub. And in this Arbonne 30 program, what we're doing is we're turning down the faucet. We're turning down the toxin intake so that our body has time to drain it all. And with that drain goes everything that we don't want. Traditional weight loss programs, like Maria was saying, you guys have all done the yo-yo programs. I mean, I've yo-yoed my weight my entire life. I gained everyone says freshman, what do they call it? Freshman 10, freshman 15?
Freshman 15, yep.
Okay, I gained the freshman 25, and I never got rid of it. And then I was pregnant with twins, tipping the scale at over 200 pounds. And everyone's saying, you'll never be able to lose that weight, because that's, what I just had in my mind. This detox program has me back at the weight I was in high school, and I've been able to maintain it.
Gosh, really? That's amazing.
5 years I've been able to maintain it. That is the amazing thing. That is the amazing thing, because it has become a way of life for me. I love my protein shakes. It fills me up. It satisfies me more than pancakes and eggs, and and I can still have those things once in a while if I want them. I just choose not to. My life is completely different without gluten. I went to bed every single night with stomach aches, and I thought the stomach ache was just part of life. I didn't realize that gluten was impacting me. So now I just choose not to eat it because I don't want a stomach ache. I just feel better. But this is not a rapid weight loss. Maria, I love that your story is the scale didn't move for 2 weeks. I can do this detox program and lose maybe 2 pounds in a month. But I realize that's because I basically live this way anyway. But most people do find that the weight loss either comes during the time or even after the 4 weeks.
Right.
Because now your body is like kicked into this mode, and it's working at its optimal rate, and you've boosted your metabolism. And I think that's what you found, is that you have, your body is working at its optimal.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. It was slower. And because today with diets, we're all like, we have to lose 20 pounds in, a week or 2 weeks. But that's work. I had 12 pounds a week when I did a low carb. But of course I gained it back plus. But yes, slower is better.
Right. And I this is not a fad, or it's not a rapid weight loss program. This is really about getting healthy, and it's really about creating a lifestyle, and it is designed for busy people. We have nurses who work overnight who go through this program. People who travel for work are going through this program. It is designed for busy people to educate you and empower you to take over your health. So what does the program look like? There are really three main aspects to it. I would say the first is to repair, the second is to remove, and the third is to replace. So repairing your system, that's number one. And how we're doing that is through clean eating. And that's really just the difference between like man-made foods versus God foods, the way food was supposed to be. And I think we get so caught up in what's easy and what's quick that we forget that we can have really good, clean food that's easy and quick as well. So we're going to teach you how to work away from the processed, fake boxed foods, anything that has a commercial for it usually. And we focus on really good, clean foods like grass-fed beef, free-range eggs, organic fruits and veggies. And that's really a main part of our program. The second piece is to remove foods that are I'm not coming up with the word, that don't serve our body. We're removing things that don't serve our body. So we're removing anything that is allergenic, acidic, and addictive. Because two main goals of this program are to balance our pH and balance our blood sugar. And we're going to do that by removing things like refined sugar. That's my big one. Artificial sweeteners, which we've already kind of talked about with my husband's Diet Coke, those are just poison. We're getting rid of processed foods. We're eliminating things like dairy just because it's highly acidic and it's hard to digest. And when we're talking about acidic things, we want to create a balanced pH. That's that difference between an acidic environment and an alkaline environment. Maybe you remember that from your chemistry days. But our bodies tend towards alkaline. When we're born, the way we've been created is to have an alkaline environment. Disease can't grow in an alkaline environment. In American, our diets create a very acidic environment, which is a breeding ground for disease. So taking out dairy for 30 days is going to help create that alkaline environment. And you will also see when you incorporate dairy back into your diet, how it was impacting you. And that's what Maria was talking about. Like, I had no idea how dairy was impacting me. You guys would be amazed at what a bowl of ice cream or milk on your cereal or milk in your coffee, how it impacts your gut after you haven't had it for 30 days. We're getting rid of gluten, which is a heavy hitter because it's inflammatory and it's highly processed and it's in almost everything. And that was what was impacting me. And I will tell you, when I married my husband, his mother-in-law has celiac, and I thought, oh my gosh, that poor woman, I could never go without gluten. If I ever got celiac, I think I would just give up because I don't know what I would do without bread and things like that. But after going without gluten I did the first detox for 3 months in a row and figuring out that was a key to most of my problems. It really hasn't been a big deal. And there are so many options when you give up gluten. And remember, this is only for 30 days. So you're not giving up these things forever. We're getting rid of soy because it's acidic. 90% of soy is GMO. We want to stay away from that. It's also an estrogen-based, plant-based estrogen. So we're learning a lot more about soy right now. And here are two big ones, okay? So don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just we're giving up coffee, not because of the caffeine, but because it's highly acidic. And we're just saying no alcohol for 30 days because that processes straight to sugar and it's addictive. So what I want you to hear is that, yes, these are the things that we're taking out. When I first heard that list, I was like, okay, I've taken out all of my food. What am I going to eat? Because I won't make it if I'm hungry. Right? I won't make it through this if I'm hungry. I know that. But we will teach you that you don't have to be hungry. This is not about starvation. I think the first week, a lot of people have that, like, I'm hungry. But I think when we did a little bit of training in our group, that hunger, the difference between not feeling full and being starving are very different. And I think we're just always used to being full or satisfied all the time. And we don't allow our bodies a chance to just take a deep breath. And so you get very comfortable with not being full all the time because you just feel lighter, you feel cleaner, and you know you're doing something for your body. But we do eat on this program. So that brings me to the third part of the program, which is replacing some of the things that we're missing and supporting and supplementing our diets. And we're going to do that with these amazing, the Arbonne products that you see behind Maria. Thank you so much for having those. It's beautiful behind you.
I will bring these out.
Okay. So really the big hit, the number one thing that really the only thing we're using to replace, well, there are a couple things we use to replace the protein mix.
Yep.
I was never a protein drinker. I tried, what were the shakes in college? Slim Fast. I tried those. Okay, those are nasty, full of sugar. They never made me feel full. They never worked. So I was never a shake drinker. Oh, you guys, if you've tried protein shakes before, they're probably grainy, gritty. They're hard to choke down. our protein shakes are not only vegan, but they are delicious. They come in vanilla, they come in chocolate. We actually have chai right now. They're 20 grams of vegan protein, which is super easy to digest, allows you to absorb nutrients. There are 20 essential vitamins and minerals. And there are just so many great things about it. And there are lots of different ways that you can make this. So that is we start with a protein shake in the morning. If weight loss is your goal, you can do a shake in the morning and a shake at lunch. The next thing are the fizz sticks. Our fizz sticks are our caffeine replacement. The caffeine is a natural caffeine from guarana and green tea. But what I like people to know about our fizz sticks that come in citrus and pomegranate, and watermelon is coming. Is it watermelon or strawberry? Strawberry.
Strawberry, but I also have I have a blackberry one also.
Well, but blackberry once they're sold out, they're gone.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you like your blackberry, you better get them now. You better order them now. But we're always introducing new flavors. But what I like people to know about the fizz sticks is that it's not just a caffeine replacement. There are tons of antioxidants in there. It's packed with B vitamins. And they're only 13 calories. You just mix them with water. It's a little fizz drink. It boosts your metabolism, increases your energy, alertness, focus. There are lots of health benefits to this. But if you're sitting there thinking, there's no way I can give up my coffee, you can. Because these fizz sticks will help you replace that for the 30 days. Our daily fiber boost is just a powder. It is flavorless. It is odorless. It dissolves really easily. We put those right in our shake. Fiber is like a sponge for toxins. So this literally is just extra fiber in our diet. Our normal diet, we're not getting anywhere near the fiber we need. And one scoop of this is, one serving is 12 grams, which is half the recommended daily serving of your fiber. So we use the daily fiber boost. The next thing is our Digestion Plus. And I know, Maria, you had pulled that off first.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. It tastes so sweet.
I think so too. If sometimes people just add it straight to their shake. This is probably one of the most effective products that Arbonne has. It's probably one of my favorite things. It is a prebiotic, probiotic, and has 11 digestive enzymes. So what we're doing in this program also is healing our gut. And if you didn't know this before, our intestines, our gut plays such a huge part in our health. It's where our immune system is housed. It is where our skin issues come from. And unless you are eating 80% vegan and raw diet, we don't have a lot of healthy bacteria in our gut because of our diets, because of prescription drugs. And so really we're healing our gut, and this probiotic is very special. I don't know what else to call it. Because the digestive enzymes, what makes ours different than anybody else is the 11 digestive enzymes. A lot of probiotics don't even get to where they need to go because they don't survive the acid in our stomach. But our digestive enzymes allow our probiotic and prebiotic to get exactly where it needs to go. What else do we have? We have our detox tea, which is replaces our, our detox tea, I swear, is what keeps me from getting sick every year. But during this 30 days, this is really flushing out the toxins and the fat in our bodies. You can drink it hot or cold. It regulates our cholesterol. It balances a lot of things that are going on in our body. It is supported with milk thistle. It is helping our liver and our kidney functions.
Yeah, I love that. I love this tea. And then actually, when Lane got sick, I started him on this tea, and then he started asking for it, and I was almost out. So then I started hiding it. hiding like my tea from him because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to run out for myself. And I didn't know where my delivery was going to come in. So I'm like, it's not available anymore.
Hi, Suzanne.
Oh, is Suzanne on?
She is on, and I love being able, if you guys can, I love being able to see you. Suzanne, come back on.
Also,
Yay, hi, you guys.
Suzanne. Oh, also Sharon is, hi, Suzanne. Sharon is trying to come on too.
Suzanne, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? See if she sees, Sharon was trying to get on. There's her husband.
Oops, they may have hung up, and they'll get back on.
Okay.
Oh, how fun. And they're in the UK?
Yes. Yep.
How do you know them?
She worked in New York City. So we met her when she was in New York City. And then her husband and her now live in London.
Okay. Oh, how fun. Oh, well, I hope they'll be able to get back on. So I know. And there's one last thing. Our third week, we go through, we have a body cleanse. And I think, well, mine I'm sure is handy here somewhere. But the body cleanse is just, it comes in a little packet. And actually, I dissolve mine in my detox tea, and then I add it with ice water. And it literally tastes like lemonade. This is not like a hardcore, it's not a colon cleanse. So you can still go to work. You can still do this. But you're really just giving your body one last gentle cleanse. It has aloe. It's delicious, like lemonade, but super beneficial and in the third week of our detox program, our body's gone through the majority of our detoxing. So this is one last flush. What I love, the best part about this program is that you don't have to figure out any of this on your own. You know, we have a closed Facebook group. We have 2 groups that start every month. And we lead you hand in hand through the program with information. You're given, we have access to weekly menus, recipes, shopping lists. So I actually find that I save time and I save money when I'm on this program because I have a shopping list that gets me through the grocery store without all the extras. Hi, Suzanne.
I was going to cut in to tell you the Facebook group, the daily support on that is what made the difference. I mean, I've gone to like where I would have to drive somewhere once a week and check in, weigh myself, and have a conversation with someone and get product. But that became really hard because it was probably like 25 minutes away. And I've also done Weight Watchers where we met just once a week and weighed in and had a group discussion. But the Facebook group and the product is what keeps you going because there's everybody on there. I know Carmen's on the Facebook group now. And just the support, like Wendy, you're on there doing little video chats, supporting everybody every day. And then ladies typing on there, I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to have a donut. And then everybody's like, don't do it, girl. You can do it. Have the tea. It's just so encouraging. And then I love also too, like, so you ask us to weigh ourselves and send it to you in Messenger privately and measure ourselves. And then every week she asks us to send us our weight and our measurements, or was it like every 10 days or something? Not every week, right?
Well, we do.
That's the difference.
Yeah. And you know what, when people are sending me and you don't have to send me weight, I just plug it into a spreadsheet because it's fun to see the total weight loss at the end. And it also helps you to just be accountable to somebody else. But you know, it kind of like, I've actually teared up a couple of times in this group, especially because I have a lot of friends doing it this time around. And I will tell you, the pictures they've sent me their before pictures because we encourage people to do before and after pictures. And so many of you, or so many people in our group, have sent me this picture saying, Wendy, please keep these private. I'm embarrassed to take them. I'm embarrassed to show them to you. And it breaks my heart because, first of all, I would never share them with anyone. And I'm not judging anyone. But I think the piece that has been hard for me this time through are the stories behind the eating. So the pictures that people are sending to me with the stories of, you know, like she wasn't allowed to have, one of my friends wasn't allowed to have sugar growing up. And so her dad used to hide sugary foods around the house for himself. And my friend would find them and she would sneak them. So and she was tiny when I knew her, this stick as teenagers when we knew each other. And she, so for her entire adult life, she has associated food with guilt. And this is the first time that she has gotten into a program where she had the support and listening to other people's stories. One of my other friends has gone through cancer. She went through cancer when we were teaching together. She's younger than I am. She was having trouble getting pregnant. She finally had a child. She's dealing with all sorts of health issues. She's probably 50 pounds, if not more, than when I knew her. And she's just at the point where she's so sick and she's so tired, and she's just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I don't know, this program changes lives. It really does. It has changed mine. It can change yours. If you are at the point where you are just sick and tired of being sick and tired or not feeling your best. Life is so short, and it is too short not to live your best life. And if you've been, you know, this program isn't like Weight Watchers. It is not like, it's just not like anything else I've ever known. Carmen, do you have anything, because Carmen is in this group and we just happen to have a very special group going right now. A lot of people are super engaged, super excited. It's the, you know, a new year. Carmen, what are you loving the most about it?
What am I loving the most about it? Well, I guess just the opportunity to stop eating. I was thinking that I felt the same way that you said with gluten, like every single night I was going to bed with a stomach ache.
Yes.
And that has gone away. And I'm addicted to sugar, and I'm exhausted, and I'm living off of too much caffeine. So it's just helpful, like Maria said, about going through the group. Hold on one second. To have that support of other people to do it with me, and, you know, just not doing it alone, because it really just has already started to make me feel better.
And Carmen, I'm just going to ask you to be 100% honest. Sometimes it's not easy, is it?
No, it's not been easy, but I know that once I get over the hump, my body is going to thank me, because I just haven't felt good in a long time.
Right. Oh, thank you for being honest and for sharing that. And I do, like, it's a simple program. We have it all set up for you. A sample day on the detox is I wake up, I do my Digestion Plus, I make my shake, and then I enjoy a cup of my detox tea. And some people mix those. The Digestion Plus always comes first for me, then my shake, and then the detox tea. Some people wait until they get to work to drink their detox tea. That's totally fine. If I were really wanting to, if my focus was on weight loss as well, then I'd have another shake for lunch. And then I eat a healthy meal, a clean meal that somebody else has provided the recipe for at dinner time. There's plenty of opportunity for healthy snacks in between. And so it's not just one shake and a meal. There is, you know, we just teach you how to snack healthily. And what we're really trying to keep our body within that 1200 calorie range, just because the average female burns 1200 calories a day. And so we just want to replace those calories that we're burning. There is opportunity to add more calories once you start incorporating a little bit of exercise, which is always so good for us. And I tell people in this first week not to do heavy exercise because your body's working hard to detox. But if I feel like I'm craving sweets, or I'm having trouble this first week, I'll walk around the block when I'm hungry before I make dinner or something like that. So just starting to change your lifestyle. I think that anything worth doing is worth doing right. And things that are worth doing are not always easy, but the reward is so much bigger when it's not simple. And I think weight loss is something, there's so many programs out there that are saying, lose 50 pounds in 30 days. I'm like, that's not healthy. That is not a diet. That is wrecking your body. What this program is doing is teaching you how to do it the right way by optimizing what your body is meant to do. Let me just talk, Suzanne, when we're done, we can answer questions and kind of go back and get you a little bit of the information that we talked about. But I do want to talk about how you get involved with this if you want to do it. Because I think a lot of people are like, okay, I want to do it, just tell me how. Arbonne has different options. You can just be a client with Arbonne. You can just be a client, purchase things at retail, but I don't know anybody that does that because we have a preferred client program. Our preferred client program is $29. It's like a Costco membership. So for $29, you get an entire year of your products at a discount, including this nutrition set, which you get at 40% off. And for the rest of this month, not only do you get all the things that you need in the nutrition set, which is 2 bags of protein, 2 bags of tea, your fiber boost, your body cleanse, your digestion plus, you get your 2 boxes of fizz sticks. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Then you get a free gift that you get to choose, and we're throwing in this month the free eye gel masks, which I should probably have on right now. They're awesome. Anyway, those just come for free. And then you get to purchase things for a year at 20 to 40% off. A lot of people get nervous about that because they think, oh, is this one of those things where I have to buy something every month, or I have to be on auto ship, or you're going to have my credit card and they're going to charge it every month even if I don't want anything? No. Arbonne says use your preferred client ID number once, or use it every month, or use it 3 times. It is your ID number. All you have access to shopping at any time you want, and all you're really doing with Arbonne is redistributing the money that you're already spending at the store into healthier products. So that's probably what 98% of the people do is they sign up to be a preferred client so they can get this kit at 40% off. The whole program ends up being like $8 a day. And I can show you how to save money because of our shopping lists, because you're not going to Starbucks every day. Oh my gosh, are there any Starbucks people here? Because I was. And I was spending like $6 a day at Starbucks. $6 a day, that like basically pays for our program. So when people say, I don't have the money for it, I'm like, let me show you where you can have the money for this. The whole program is like $240 for 30 days worth of what you need. That breaks down to be very little every day. The third way to be a part of Arbonne, so we have client, preferred client, and we have independent consultant. And Maria, I know, signed up to be an independent consultant just because she knew she could get her products at 35 to 50% off and even greater, because she knew after this program, she was going to keep buying the protein shakes and she wanted the best discount. I became a consultant because I needed to make an extra $500 a month for my family so I could stay home with my kids. Well, the extra $500 a month turned out, this business has completely changed our financial future, has completely changed the way we get to live our lives, simply because I love sharing health and wellness with other people. So if you have any questions about that, I mean, you guys heard my story. I said no to this business for 3 years. It was the hardest yes I've ever had to say to join and become a consultant, and it was the best yes of my life. If you have any questions about that, I hope you will talk to Maria about, what we do. We are health and wellness coaches, and we teach and train and empower people to be leaders, empower people to take over and live their best life. So please talk to Maria if anything I have said has piqued your interest. So I would love to stay on and answer questions. If you need to go, please feel free to, just follow up with Maria if you are ready to jump in and do this. And Suzanne, if you want to stay on, I can Maria and I can quickly go through the 3 parts of the program. And this is so fun that you're in the UK and we're talking with you.
I know. Hello to everyone.
Hi.
I'm sorry I joined in late. I confused a little bit the timings. But yes, I'm interested. Obviously, since I'm in the UK, I'm not sure exactly how that would work, because obviously I don't know if your products are sold here as well in the UK.
They are.
They are. Okay.
They are.
Do you have consultants here as well, or?
We are in the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, and we've just been acquired by Groupe Rocher, which is a French company. So we are just about to blow up in Europe all over.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes, super exciting. So yes, you can, we have a UK catalog and UK pricing, but everything that we do through our Facebook group,
Yes.
Translates very easily around the globe.
That's true.
Yeah. Marianne, do you have any questions?
I don't. I'll just get with Maria next.
Okay. Marianne, thank you so much for getting on, and I really appreciate your time this morning.
Yep, I enjoyed it very much.
Good. Great. Well, you guys, I'm going to stop the recording just because.
Okay.
We'll stop the
Okay, thank you.
recording, and